Thanks everybody for coming. We're starting late intentionally, but that gave everybody time to socialize a little bit. Thanks for coming on a rescheduled night. Really appreciate that. Probably the best thing to do, keep everybody safe last week. Anybody that may be new here, we have a website, NFARL.org. Please go there. It's a great website that Bill right here. K4YJJ does a great job keeping up. So.
Here.
For our presenters and everything, please silence all your communication devices. Exits are through the front doors where you came in, and the rear doors here and through the kitchen. Restrooms along the way where you came in and entered. Watch out for the cords on the floor. Steve may drop some more during the meeting, so be careful.
That's extra charge.
And after the meeting, we got to stack the chairs, and I got word we do need to put all the chairs on the racks in the rooms this time as opposed to just against the wall. So everybody could help us do that, put away all the tables and sweep the floor, take out the trash, pretty much make it the way it was when we got here. And they'll like us for the rest of the year. We'll be able to keep coming here. Did you do that?
I did, because I didn't think you were done.
Please wear your name badges and or a name logo shirt so everybody can know who you are. Oh, you don't have a badge or a shirt? Well, go to the mark, NFARL.org. Left-hand column, you'll see mark. Go click on that and log in and order all your great NFARL items there, including apparel, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and your badges. Let's go ahead and do a roll call tonight. We want to welcome all the new members, first timers, and visitors. Anybody a visitor, first timer, or new member?
Got some back here.
All right, what do we got? About 3 or 4? We'll do a roll call. When we come back around to you, please identify whether you're a new member, visitor, or what. So, whatever. We're going to come to that in a second, but yeah.
All right, that's
Paul, will you start the roll call and go that way?
Follow AC48.
Lori, K4UPI.
Neil, N4FN.
Doc, W1DOC.
This is KS4KJ, not mobile.
John, W4TXA.
John, N4I3.
Karen, KB3FMA.
Phil, KB3FMZ.
Bill, K4YJJ.
Lane, KB4KHQ. Yay.
Raymond, KK4OFV.
Fred, KK4J10.
Grant, KK4PCR.
Larry, AA4QO.
Mark, KK4YM.
John, N4TOL.
I'm Bob, KI4SBL.
Kathy, KI4SBK.
Tammy, KK4USM.
This is Jimmy Crider. He's a friend of mine, just sort of taking a look at what in the dickens that bunch of people do. So don't you guys embarrass me too badly.
Why not?
Gary, W6, GB.
Fred, KK4ZKA.
Jim, N7TTO.
Don, AE4DD.
Stephen, KW4HQ.
I'm Stuart, AK4EX.
Mike, Old Timer, AD4MC.
Scott, KM4JXE.
I need to go?
Yeah. I'm just Tom. Yeah. Well, hang on. I got a GMR. So.
Are you going to take your license or?
I already did. I just haven't gotten it yet.
Okay, very good, very good. And did you join the club? You remember?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay, you can do that in the back.
I'm Dave, W4NUX.
Shane, KF4TJY.
Aaron, KK4 Lima Oscar Victor.
Wade, KE4WYU.
KN4 APC, Greg.
Tim, WK4U.
We're at KE4QFB.
Mike, W5JR.
Mike KF4UQ.
Paul, WA4MUN.
Bobby, Kilo Mike 4 Victor Charlie Zulu.
Bob, K4 Victor Bravo Mike.
Steve, AB4TT.
Susan, KE4JKN.
Yay.
Yay.
Steve, WB4CBB. This is Alex, WD4BDQ.
John,
That's
KC4JBJ.
why she's back in the corner.
Yay.
Diane, I'm new too.
Thank you.
I'm Jim, W4QO, and I gotta tell you, they came to Tech Fest Saturday, and Colby won the largest door prize, a big handheld, does everything radio. And but they're working on their license.
They haven't tested yet, but they did join. They are members. Thank you.
I'm Fred, N4CLA.
Tommy K4AWF.
Martha, W4 Messiah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, everybody. We will have a 50-50 drawing tonight, 50% color tickets were they anyway. Blue for door prize, red tickets for the 50-50 drawing. So if you didn't buy any 50-50 tickets, you can do that. 50% goes to the club, 50% goes to the winner. That's the red tickets. Then we'll have blue tickets, which are also given out. White tonight? Okay. White ones, you gotta keep up with it. The white ones are the door prize. It's a $25 gift card. Yeah, so both those drawings towards the end of the program. The 2018 officers, if you haven't been to a meeting in a while, in October we voted on the new officers. There's a guy as a president. Vice President John Tramatanis in for TOL. John. Perpetual Treasurer Fred Moore in the back. Secretary Martha Muir, we got her on the board. How about that? Membership, Pablo Annie returns to do membership again. Thank you, Paul. Activities, Mark Coleman, KJ4YM, welcome to the board, Mark. And past president Mark Chewin, who's out of town right now. But the way the bylaws work, the past president remains on the board as the immediate past president and is a voting member, and it helps keep things continuous. So I want to say thank you to our 2017 officers that have exited, that are now going to step down. That's Bob Beeman, that served on the board for 3 years. Lori, K4UPI, served on the board for 2 years. Thank you a lot for your service to the club. We look forward to working with you this year in 2018 and hopefully much beyond that. Thank you for your service. We're always looking for new faces, new ideas, and club leadership positions. So about halfway through the year, we'll start a search for next year's board members. It'd be great if we had a list of people that we already know at that point are ready to step up and help the club. So if you think you might be interested, please contact any board member. But just keep that in mind, that we're always needing new people. We want new blood. We want to keep things fresh. Membership, Powell.
You can take a look at these numbers, and you see that because of holidays and because of lack of this reminder papers, probably some of you maybe didn't renew your membership. So this is the reminder for you. Just check if you are still a member. You can come to our website and check there if you are still a member. And if you missed the date, please renew your membership. I can tell you that I went to our front page, NFARL.org, and the words on the front page are like, our club has over 300 members, licensed members. And you see the number currently is 300 even. Please don't make us change the wording on this front page, because Bill knows it's pretty difficult to change the front page. So please keep this number over 300. Thank you.
Activities, Mark Coleman.
Yeah, name is Mark Coleman, calls Kilo Juliet 4 Yankee Mike KJ 4 YM, and I'm probably the newest member on the board. However, I've belonged to this club since 1993, so been here quite some time. Remember when we had auto package? CLA, so. Yeah, I'm an extra ham, and got my license back in '84, so. And I enjoy CW, sideband, digital, just about all of it. And with the help of Mr. Foster, I got a tower, so hopefully I get a tower to beam up. Last week we had the kid building at the Tech Fest for North Fulton, and we had built approximately 20 kits with assistants, and the kids had a great time. They learned how to solder and troubleshoot, and which I thought was pretty interesting because the troubleshooting piece was interesting with the solder wicks and stuff, so they enjoyed that piece. And I want to thank the following volunteers: Don Deal, Gary Brass, Bill Cobb, Kathy Freeman, Jim Stafford, and Tim Lemon. They all helped out and had a successful time there. We have the Aries group, the North Fulton Aries group, meeting every second Tuesday, and there's the website for that. We got the Orlando Ham Fest. It's called Hamcation. I guess it's kind of like a vacation, but it's for hams, right? It's on February the 9th and the 11th, and there's a website for that. We have the Dalton Ham Fest coming up at the end of February, and we actually have a table there. We probably want to have some North Fulton members there if they could to man the tables, but you'll get more on that coming up. So the big thing is Georgia Cuso Party coming up in April, and this is a lot of fun. I've participated in this in the last 4 or 5 years, I guess. We're having a goal this year. We want to get 45 participants out of the North Fulton group to join in. Now, when you say participants, you can make 1 contact, you can make 5 contacts, 10 contacts, whatever you want to make. I want you to get in there and make a contact, and you'll have a lot of fun, really will. We got the Dayton Ham Fest or Hamvention in May, 18th to the 20th, and Atlanta Ham Fest. And I read the other day where it's going to be at the Cobb Civic Center on June the 2nd. Okay? There's a website for that. Pardon?
Confirm that.
Right, right. And repeater nets, we have TechNet on Monday night, and Stephen does a great job on the net there. Stephen, raise your hand. And we got the YL net on Thursday nights, 8 o'clock, and I've listed that several times, and some pretty interesting conversations goes on there. I really enjoy that, though. And then, like I said before, we have the ARES net on Sunday night at 8:30. And it's followed by a digital communication training on the same repeater as the regular net. We got Hunger Hams on Wednesdays, and it's at Slopes Barbecue, and we have a great time there as a fellowship and just eat barbecue and talk about radios, pretty much, or political stuff. So, I think that's it. Good. Thanks.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, mentioned apparel earlier. If you've ordered anything, I'm thinking there's at least one item from, we've done 8 orders now, at least one item from each order that's still not picked up. So if you see Lori and I bringing a suitcase in here, it's not because we're staying overnight, it's because we're bringing in all the apparel that's not yet picked up. So there's plenty of items yet to be picked up. But go to the mart at nfarl.org and you can order polo shirts like this one, button down like what you just saw Mark was wearing, a line jacket, which is this one. So it's still kind of a lightweight jacket, but considered lined. And then there's another one that's a little bit lighter weight than that. It's actually a little bit darker green. So several choices there. We're thinking about adding some hats or maybe some patches that just have the embroidered NFARL emblem on it. So if you get any ideas about what you'd like to see as far as apparel, send me an email on it. And the next order deadline is April 1st, trying to do that once per quarter. So if we get a lot more orders, we'll do it maybe more often, but right now that's working out pretty well. John?
Thank you, Darrell. I asked if I could just do this one slide. Is everybody aware about the Bouvet Island de-expedition coming up?
Oh, tell us about it.
I'll tell you about it. It is in the world of HF and DX chasing, and DX chasing being talking to countries other than the United States. It's something that really drove me to get into the hobby, and I still am very passionate about it today. And there's 340 active entities. Is that right, Neil?
340
340
as of today.
as of today. And of those 340, the second most wanted entity, DXCC entity, is Bouvet Island. Number one is North Korea, and they don't let people operate in North Korea. So this is effectively the most wanted that's attainable. And there's a boat that left the tip of South America about 4 days ago, and it's going to take them about 10 to 12 days to get there, depending on the currents. And that's an arduous ship ride, and these guys are going to be on this block of ice, Bouvet Island, the most isolated island on Earth, over 2 weeks, hopefully closer to 3 weeks. And the objective is to give out as many contacts to as many worthy DXing hams out there with HF radios. And if you have an HF radio or are not aware this is happening, look on the website and bouvetdx.org, or just Google DX Bouvet, and you'll see the website. And it's amazing what they put together. The trip is costing them close to $1 million. It may even hit $1 million. They're going to have a boat that pulls up, and they're going to land they have two helicopters to get back and forth to set up their camp and their radios. And the reason they have two helicopters is redundancy. They don't want to get stuck out there, so they have two helicopters. So we're a sponsor. If you go to the webpage and look at the sponsoring clubs, you'll see us up there as the, I think, first among all the Atlanta clubs that donated. I think we were on top, so that's the way we like to keep it. So please give this a listen, give it a try. You know, it's a very rare event in ham radio, and I'd like to see everybody come back. They'll probably be on the island at the end of January into most of February. So good luck. Sir, in the back.
For those of you who don't want to work pileups that are 20 kcs wide, they're also going to be on 6-meter EME and 2-meter EME.
What's that EME mean?
There you go.
6 meters is worth a try at Moonrise. If you don't, it really is. So think about that.
And the operations will also, someone mentioned, will be split, which is they'll be transmitting on one frequency, listening on another. Another thing to Google or look in your handbooks and learn about that. So good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, John. So, John, K4SQC, just if we want to work EME, we just come see you and come to your station, is it?
Sure, that's fine.
Be a small charge.
Midnight?
We're gonna work it during the day, and it's not so much of a pilot.
All right. John and Martha are both here. You guys may have heard that Mill Springs put in an application through John Clute to do another contact. They did one in 2013 with the astronauts on the space station. And they're going to do another one this year. So it's scheduled to be the week of April 30th through May 4th. Until that, just about the week before, we won't know exactly the date. But Mill Springs is the school that gets to have the student ask questions, and I think Martha's going to get some other students to maybe send in some other questions, and some of their students may ask them. Dr. John Clute is the ERIC mentor for that contact, and NFARL is the radio support club of record. So it's a big opportunity for all of us to get involved in this, and we want to do a lot of things in the days leading up to the contact to demonstrate radio to all the attendees and so forth. So be a lot more talk about this, but we can use a lot of help, and it's a great opportunity to get involved and do something really. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for you.
And it's fun.
So, John, Martha, you got anything to add?
I just said it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. All right, thanks a lot, guys. But where are they?
You didn't ask that question. Ask where they're going, you didn't ask where they are.
So, we understood they're gonna be a little bit late, they should be here any minute. We've got some video we could do, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let John handle this.
Daryl, I have an announcement.
Okay, yeah.
Last night, Gary Brass and I went to the Roswell, I'll just stand here. Thank you. I mean, only because you have time. I was like, I wasn't gonna say this, but since we're filling a little time here, I'll dance. Last night, Gary Brass and I went to the Roswell City Council meeting because we found out from Martha that on the agenda was the establishment of a maker space in Roswell. And the maker folks, you know what maker is. It's like a big movement of especially young people that make all kind of things, learn to do a lot of things by hand and make a lot of things by hand. And there's a maker space in Decatur, and there's some people that live up this way, and they went to city council, or the appropriate people in the city, to see if there's a way they could develop a maker space here. And this is a big plus for the city of Roswell, and they recognize this. The mayor and the councilors recognize this, and they have appropriated up to $200,000 to rearrange and make it, I don't know what you call it, ready for a maker space. This is the old fire station number 4 over by Steve, right at basically where Old Alabama hits Holcomb Bridge. Kind of know where I'm talking about a little bit. It's a good location, and as the Dr. David, I forget his last name, said, it's really a cool space. It has real high ceilings. Probably won't catch on fire, that kind of thing. So, being a fire station, they built them a new one half a mile away, and they're going to use that. And the council approved the money to renovate and get rid of asbestos and all that kind of stuff. I don't see Gary here tonight, but we both got up. We both went during the comments section and talked about NFARL, North Fulton's efforts as part of the inner club group. We go to the Maker Fair last 3 years down in Decatur and Atlanta, and the first year we won the Blue Ribbon. I'm not talking about, it's a consortium of radio clubs, and we're a big part of that. And the first year we won the Blue Ribbon for the best exhibit, and there's about 100 exhibits there. So how many people have been to a Maker Fair with us and so forth? We've had soldering projects, we've had all kinds of stuff. Wimshurst machines and so on and so forth. So just to report in, they recognized us as the group that uses the park, for our field day. Lori Henry, the mayor, and other councilman persons recognized us as the field day people, quotes, and so it was a good thing, and it was several people spoke in favor of it, and it was approved.
Very good, thank you, Jim. Thanks for that report. Our speakers are here. We're going to take about a 5-minute break while we get them microphoned up, and then we'll come back to the presentation. So about a 5-minute break, just talk amongst yourselves.